You hearing it here first, We the Wave. You know, you hearing it on the We the Wave radio.
We the Wave
you
radio.
know what it is, man.
Yeah.
Bliss on the beat, baby.
Tell me that it's real. Tell me that it's on. Tell me that you right, girl. Tell me that I'm wrong.
You know what it is, man. It's your boy, M Easy in the building. We on another fucking wave right now. Coming back to you live from the secretest location in the bottom of the dungeon, next to the pit, next to where Da Vinci hid the bodies.
Yeah.
But
all that shit.
Usual suspects in the house, man. We bring y'all a special episode on this one. I'm glad to get back into the artist bag. We went to, Visionary last week or last episode, giving y'all behind the scenes looks. And now we get to introduce somebody in front of the camera, man. I'm glad that I got to get hip to him. But regular shorties in the building. We got J Russ in the house.
Yeah.
We got Migo Shorty.
AKA Mr. Cut Your Grass.
Mac.
Fodolowski. And all the way from California, from the IE specifically. And I love that he's from the IE because it's not a place that a lot of people try to give credit for. But like I was telling him before we start shooting, is Audio Push is the first people that really got me on to IE. And everybody I've heard out of IE has been on fire, whether it's the Hit Boys, or him right now, because he's on fire too. If you go to his social media, you see what we're doing and what he's doing. Excuse me, not what you see what he's doing and what his team is doing and how they're developing. Without further ado, all the way from California, we got Sir Commerce in the building.
Thanks for the amazing introduction,
Most
fam.
definitely.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Most definitely, man. It's a blessing to have you. We appreciate you. Appreciate you coming through. Had a little get-together show last night. I am so upset we didn't get the chance to make it because we wanted to.
We'll be more.
pull
We'll
out.
definitely be more. Be back out here, y'all.
How you like Vegas right now?
Man, Vegas is cool. It's not my first time here. I got family out here, like tons of family out here. So
Right next door.
Vegas is just a hop, skip, and jump from Cali. So that's why we kind of spoiled as well. Like we got like the best of both worlds, out there.
Hell yeah, that's why I said.
Right down the street, like.
I ain't never going back. If I gotta go back to somewhere where it's snow and live,
hell no.
nah, see, me and my brother, we from DC and he from Chicago, so
Yeah, but that's
it's
not
cold.
Imagine.
It's a whole different
I'm
thing.
good, bro.
What's it up? So me.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. When I first came out here, I met my dude Aziz. He from Cali. He actually used to go to UC Davis.
Oh shit.
Or no, UC Irvin. Excuse me, Irvin. He played soccer out there. But we went on a trip out to Louisville on a little business trip. We was doing road shows for Sam's Club and shit like that.
Okay.
And it freaked me out when I just was tripped out that for the first time when we were together, he had seen a squirrel. He ain't never seen a squirrel before. And I didn't know that it don't be squirrels in Cali like that. Like just in certain places, like you're not gonna see a squirrel.
I mean, personally, nah, I can't. Oh, a squirrel, yeah, there's squirrels in Cali. Yeah, for real, there's tons of squirrels. But I mean, it's some shit that you don't see on a regular basis unless you're in the mountains type shit.
And to me, it's an everyday thing from where I'm from. So for him to have never seen a fucking squirrel
Be
before.
like hiding under your car and shit. Like they funny as hell. You can give them like nuts and shit if they're cool enough. Like old people be fucking with them, bro. Like that shit.
Feed the squirrels.
They do, and getting them names and shit. Squirrels is funny, bro.
Yeah, that's the guts. Got their own little mind, huh?
They do. They some real funny little creatures. Hey, bro, how long you been rapping?
I've been doing it since I was like 11, bro, honestly. But I got into my first real studio when I was 15. My cousin took me to like an official real studio. Like, man, you gotta record, what you writing, cause that sounds really good. He was like, so he took me to his boy's house, and then like ever since then, like I've been in the studio, like man, just meeting, networking, new producers, new engineers.
Are you
deep in the game?
Are you one of the artists that actually pen the paper, or are you? Because you know how some people say, I go into the booth and I.
Yeah, both, really, both, honestly, because I like to write write it down and then remember it, you know, because when you go in the booth and you remember your lyrics, it sounds more natural than you reading it off of paper.
Right.
Like, so like if I ever go in the booth, I want to make sure that I already got my lyrics in my head, because then it's going to come out natural on the mic, you know, instead of somebody like trying to focus on the paper, because then you're trying to already concentrate on what your next word is.
Right.
If you like trying to read the paper, you know, so it's always better to memorize your lyrics, you know. So
For sure, for sure. Well, I want to take the people back. This is a question I ask, but I don't like asking it because it's a tough question.
yeah,
But it's like, who is Commerce? For the people who are listening, for our listeners, for the waivers, you know, give them the backstory. Because the reason why we started podcasting is to share our stories with the people and how we came to do the things that we do. Because when I was growing up, it was cool to see people do music and to do this and do that, but I didn't want to start doing it until I learned how much of people they were. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Makes
and
sense.
that's what I want the people to get from this episode. Like, who is the man Commerce and what is he about, and why the music makes sense after they hear it. Like, I want them to want the music to make sense to them.
exactly.
You get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it has
When
to.
they hear
It has to. You know, it has to make sense to the people. You know, for real. But I
because the
mean,
music is fire.
Thank you,
From
brother.
I only heard them two. That shit is fire. I
Thank
fuck
you,
with it.
brother. I
For
appreciate
sure, for
it.
sure.
I appreciate that 100%. But I mean, that is a good question. That's it's a deep question as well. Because I mean, anybody can say what is commerce, and like a lot of people ask me, like, commerce, that's different. You know, like I never even
That stop a lot of things, and I had to like
You gotta
break
reprogram
myself, like
yourself,
even a
bro.
little smile sometimes, you know, like even it's a little fake joint,
Yeah.
but that
You say
can
even
go
if it's
a
a-
long
right?
way
Yeah,
at the end of the
yeah.
day, bro.
Yeah.
Especially being in the corporate world, I'm gonna say that shit really a little,
Yeah,
yeah,
right. No,
that
you're right,
instead
bro.
of
To be
not that I was
warm.
walking past me, and I said I always, you know, speak good morning and stuff like that, but
Right.
but me,
But your natural
knowing my
demeanor,
is
bro.
probably a mean ass
Yeah.
like. Nigga,
Like
get the fuck out of my
stern,
face.
yeah,
like, but at the end of the day, nigga, I can have
Just
a
fair,
conversation
fair.
with
Natural
anybody, bro. I can conversate with anybody, black, white,
Yeah,
Spanish.
I'm
If you can have a
anybody, huh?
conversation,
Yeah, we got a
I can talk to
conversation.
anybody. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, so
Like,
but that shit it's weird. Like, it's
Yeah,
weird.
people get defensive real fast, man.
yeah,
Like,
that's crazy.
This is why I
You
love
said
the
that.
vibration of music, because it's the thing that brings everything together.
It does.
It's something in not only the words, but the structure in which just hip hop itself has been put together,
The vibrations of the music is crazy.
and
bro.
the people in which that do it, right? And it led everybody here to the place that we at now, but in a different way. And everybody enjoys it in a different way and appreciates it in a different way. Not everybody uses it as a way to, you know, discuss it or monetize it, or, you know, some people just have to have music in their life when they wake up, or
Right.
have to have music playing when they have sex, or have to have music. Like, it's such a integral part of our life, our daily life. Like, it's no way you go through life without hearing music in a day.
You cannot
Point
live
blank,
without
exact
music.
point
Oh,
blank.
right.
Like, yeah, you can't go a
You
whole
cannot
day
live
without
without
music.
It's-
You
it's-
can't live in music.
You can't live without
It's
music.
in
even
the
in the
mall,
background.
in the
Yeah.
elevator.
When you go to different
It's
places,
just-
Waiting
like
on
you
the
feel
phone.
It's just
It's a
everywhere.
necessity.
Everywhere.
A necessity.
That shit
Yeah,
crazy,
a song will be stuck in your head, man.
Exactly.
You're like,
Commercials that you watch,
I
got
just wanna
music in
know-
the background.
You'll
Right?
learn the song
Everywhere.
without even know you
Every time.
learn the goddamn words to
Be
the
a
song.
straight program to
For
a
real,
song
yeah, like.
that you ain't even
say you
know.
learn the song.
When I
even
work
though
at
you
a
heard
grocery
it.
store, they play Taylor
My
Swift
wife
all
asks
the
me
time,
that all the
bro.
time.
I
You
would hear
know
that
it.
shit on the radio and know every
Every
word to the
song.
goddamn Taylor
You was
Swift
forced to
song.
know,
My
bro.
wife like, how do you know that song?
Forced to know, right? Nah, you was
Forced
forced
to.
to.
I mean,
But-
there's nothing wrong with Taylor Swift.
I just want to
Yeah.
ask you, when did you fall in love with music?
Man.
Not even the sense of just doing it. I'm just
Just like,
saying, like,
oh man, I'm
when
about to
and
say in the
who?
womb, man.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, man.
they probably love music in the womb, man.
Yeah, like music bring, to me, music bring like memories, calming moments. You know
Yeah,
what
man,
I'm saying?
exactly. Like, 'cause you can hear a song and be like, man, I
Yeah,
can
it
remind you of a
just
certain
reminds you
point
of
in
a time.
life. Like,
Yeah,
tons of
every
points
day.
in life, man. Like, tons of music.
Oh, you need that?
Cause what I was about to say.
I was about to say, is it a certain person? Is it a certain
Point in time
people? Like, yeah, like, because I could
Or
tell.
like a
let me-
certain influence.
I was about to say, I could tell you for me, if maybe it'll help you. Like, me and him, well, my first experience of music and enjoying it, right? We were getting our hair cut by a dude who used to cut our hair, Big Rick. And there was a dude in the barbershop selling CDs. You know how there's bootleg CDs and all that? So the first CD I ever bought, I asked my mom, can I have 5? It was a 2 for $5, matter of fact.
It was a 2 for $5.
Can I go buy the CD, right? He bought, I think it was Chicken and Beer.
Ludacris, wow,
right?
classic.
I bought Usher.
Confession. Which was
Both
a
are
great
classics.
album.
Both
Which
classics.
both was great albums.
Right.
But that nigga really blew.
I
You
bought,
want to that though to be a little boy.
I bought Usher.
Man.
Right?
That is
When I tell you, it changed, it developed like
that is guts.
my love for music, but I'm a little different because I was shaped and molded by my mother and my grandmother as well. So I listened to music back from the 50s,
Straight
60s.
up, man.
I listened to
Yeah.
like
Same here,
more
man,
to,
that classic
that's what we
shit.
grew up
Fire all
on.
day.
Like anything Smokey Robinson, anything
Frankie
Quincy
Lyman,
Jones
man.
did, anything
I'll be playing the
Temptation.
K and throw the Temptations on quick, boy.
I'm
I listen to the
telling you.
Ozzy
That hit
Brothers,
your
like,
heart, man.
every
Hit your
day.
soul.
It's
man.
something about music in that time,
Same.
brother, that
I ain't
it
listen to Denise Williams.
it just lasts the test of time.
It is different,
you know?
man. It does.
And it's something about, you know, listening to those things, or like listening to a Erykah Badu or Lauryn Hill, or like those are the people who really shaped me. But I fell in love with music when I bought that CD, because that was the first time I invested in music. You get what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
get exactly what you're saying. Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
She found out Chicken and Beer had
I get that, okay.
That shit.
So what was the first CD y'all bought then?
That was
first
it.
thing.
So that was the first CD you bought, Chicken and Beer, and you
Confession.
You want to know what mine was?
What?
And this is funny. It was 2. It was and it's funny because my mama took me to wherever they had clean music. She said, "No, you ain't listening to no cussing."
She said, you ain't listening to no cousin.
Yeah.
That is guts.
Yeah, so she was like, "You can get to it." I'm like, all right. I had Ja Rule, Pain is Love, and DMX, The Great Depression.
Oh man,
That
you
was my
lucky.
first 2 CDs.
You lucky, man. Shit.
I was happy.
I had
That's guts.
like
No, but hey, hold on
You
though.
got away with the DMX.
Yeah,
so,
but
nigga.
what you wanna know what's crazy though? I used to like the Ja Rule's CD more than the DMX.
Man, Ja Rule CD was hard. Man, for
Yeah.
real. Ja
So
Rule had
I-
hits.
niggas wasn't even buying CDs no more after that though. Well, we was buying CDs, but it was
different.
It was niggas was buying the mixtapes with
Yeah.
all the hit songs
Exactly,
on
man,
it,
for
and all
real.
the.
Are burning them, man,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
real.
exactly.
Huh? Creating their own
So,
playlists
like,
and shit.
Yeah, it was done for.
Yeah, it was
What was it? It was LimeWire
only
and
had
something else that I
Frostwire,
Bearshare or some
Napster.
shit like
For
that.
real.
Yeah.
I used to get
All
everything.
that.
So
I used to
was it
all that.
a certain time for you? Was it a certain album, a certain place, a certain song, a certain?
Man, as far as I can remember, like I just love music, cause like it was just in my family. Like man, my mom's used to work at a radio station, so you know I used to
Did
go
you do-
there to the radio
You
station
did
with her.
band, of course, in
Man,
school.
for real. No, I never did any like type of music in school, man. Cause like it was naturally in me, man. Like I just always knew like I was gonna do music because like man, I used to wake up in the morning. My dad had every single rapper you can think of, like tape decks. You know, like you know, 90s. You know, so he had a big ass wall with all his tapes up on the top of the fucking like right on the wall. So then I'm talking about Crisscross. I used to wake up early in the morning when I was 5 years old and put on these headphones like this and bump Crisscross, like the bigger ones, you know,
Yeah.
the old school headphones. And I used to just bump Crisscross. Bump Crisscross, you know, my bad. For real, but like man, I missed the bus, man, like music like that. Like man, so that's how really I grew up, just listening to hardcore music like Dre, man. My pops used to bump all the hip hop.
That's the GP.
Y'all
It's been a
had,
while.
did y'all do, you did like any like rapping in high school and all
Yeah,
that?
Talent
shit, man.
shows,
Since
stuff
I
like
was
that.
like 5 years old, man. Like we even my cousins, we used to sit at the table and write, you know, just write music. And I remember like having a song.
First rap that you wrote?
I do remember it. Like shit, like seriously.
Right now, like,
Like I can say, yeah, exactly. I can rehearse it right now,
go
bro.
ahead. What was the first rap you ever wrote to pad?
It went. Hold on.
Cause I'm gonna tell you a funny story. Or if you can.
That's
No,
cool.
Remember, 'cause me and my brother, like this is how much music influenced us, right? Me and my brothers would used to have competitions, right, against each other, and we would judge each other, and we would sit down and listen to a beat and write raps just for fun. Like me, the way we
Real
grew
talk,
up,
though,
we
man,
were just
exactly.
creative. We would write. Me and my brother, my cousins. We performed our own play for my mother and my stepfather
Wow.
one time. Like,
You
we
really
wrote
wrote
a whole.
like a scripted whole movie type
parts
thing.
for everybody, and literally went downstairs in our living room and acted the whole shit out. Like we was just different because we didn't have shit. Like that's how you
Nigga,
grow
me
up.
and my
like,
cousin did the same
We
shit.
used to
Nigga,
turn
that's
off
fucking
all the
guts,
lights.
nigga.
We used to
For
turn
real.
off all the
That's
lights,
how
grab
creative
rubber
we were,
bands and
though.
paper, and play motherfucking pluck 'em shit. Like just fuck niggas up in the dark with motherfucking rubber
the
bands
paper and
and
rubber
fucking
bands, yeah.
paper
Hey,
rolled up.
this
my
a
nigga,
funny
like,
story. I got
That's how we grew up though, man.
basketball
This all
with
time,
motherfucking
but
aluminum
this funny
foil
as
and a
shit.
hanger,
Right.
wire hanger. My
We was
nigga.
playing the rubber band shit, right? So in our kitchen, it was like a door that had the what is it? What's the heater or something?
Yeah,
in
like
it?
a
Whatever.
space heater,
But
that little clock.
anyway, it was in the kitchen. So as niggas playing the dog running, he come around the corner. My cousin opened the door, right? As he come around the corner, he
Bro,
shut
right
that
by the
bitch.
door.
All you hear is a body hit the floor. What the fuck is that? Time out, man. Time out. He's going to kiss this nigga leg on the
Time
floor,
out.
bro. Leg on back, hold his head and shit. That shit was funny as fuck, bro. I'll never forget that
That's
shit.
guts.
That
boy
shit
had a
was hilarious.
concussion.
Yeah, we used to.
Mind you, it's in the dark, so you just hear it. All you hear is the door, doom. This nigga on the ground. He dead.
Like we used to do crazy stuff. Like we used to play coach and shit. Like act out like if we playing
Hanger.
basketball. See, like if you imagine
Hanger on the
2K,
door.
my player, we used to do that shit. Like we used to do that shit just with just nothing. Like you, in those times, you don't realize you ain't really got shit, but
Real shit.
it's
though.
just like
Yeah.
You make it out of nothing.
you do it the
Yeah.
fuck you
Yeah.
see and what you think is fun. You try to
Yeah.
recreate that shit.
Yeah, and when
And
we
it's
were
like-
younger, man, our imagination, we didn't have electronics like that though. So man, so our
Yeah.
imagination was so far out there though,
Yeah,
man. We just could
we
create
have to think about
anything,
it,
man.
yeah. We literally have to think about it.
Like I said, create our own plays, especially what we see on TV.
Man.
We mirrored that, you know, made it
Yeah,
ours.
every time.
On everything. So it's just that's something like we used to do. But do you remember your first bars?
Bro, like man,
I don't
like
remember-
I was
don't
trying to remember
any
right
of
now,
them.
like
I feel like they was fire though. Like if
It
I
was
go
called
back
A
and get
Day
some
in
of
the
them,
Life or
them
something
books.
like that.
my first bars were like when I was 6 years old though, man. It was like some crazy stupid bars. It was like I'm Lil E from Donya Merced. It was like I'm Lil E from Donya Merced. Ain't nobody gon' talk no head. I guess the respect I need. Ain't nobody gon' mess with me. Me and my gang hang all the time. Just lay back and bust a rhyme. And then, for real, like, that was like
what's
my
up,
first
though.
bars. And then like my cousin came in right after that. It was like 3 of us. We had like.
Oh, right.
For real, but I mean, that was just playing around though. Like, but that turned into like I'm the only one in my family out of my cousins that stayed to it. Like, you know,
Oh,
like
you the only one that stayed.
yeah, like everybody like tried it, but everybody like me and my other cousin, like we're doing good too. But my other cousins, like they branched off as far as like fashion or like
Oh, okay.
being like A&Rs for labels or
Creative,
doing
man, still.
yeah. But like when it comes down to like sticking to the music and staying in the studio, like I'm the only one that went through with it. So everybody's like respecting that now. Like they're like, man, like cuz you did it. Like nigga, you doing exactly what we wanted to do. You know, we
Right.
saw you doing it from the get go. So that makes me feel like I'm doing something I'm supposed to be doing. You know, like reaching the people.
That's
You know,
what's up.
reaching
Do
my
you
family
do,
members.
Anything like the exposure music, like the beats or the
I do
engineering or
yeah, I do. I touch bases on everything because like it's my artwork, so I like to be in there when like my engineer. I'm right beside him when he's doing everything. You know, telling him what to do. You know, or if videography on my videos, I edit all my videos. You know, because nobody's gonna paint my picture how I want to paint my picture. You know. Like that's how I see it. Like I need to touch everything, you know. So, but everything we do is in house, you know. Like everybody that's around me is not like just regular people. It's a part. Everybody's a part of the team. Like we team members, we family in here, you know. Like that's how it has to be, you know.
That is how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be because like I
We
can't.
all do this together.
Yeah, like because if I gotta talk to you, like if I gotta get on the phone with my producer, like we supposed to be talking every other day, you know. Or if it's another artist, like my boys, like they call me every other day. We stay in contact, you know, because it's all about communication with everybody, you know, like that'll take you far in life, basically. You know, you already know communication is key. So
how
I
often
think
you record? My fault, I didn't cut you.
every week, you know, every week I'm in the studio.
That's
you
what
know.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That actually goes into my next question or my next little segment because I want to talk about, you know, securing the bag, right? I have a family. You know, I have a daughter and a wife.
Yeah,
My
that's
brothers
beautiful.
have their families.
That's what's up.
And I know how.
Man, that's what's up. Me too, fam. That's what's up, man.
I'm a dog dad.
But
I got 2 kids and a dog.
I got 2 kids and a dog.
But that is something that any black man in America, any man in America, really, to be honest with you, and any person in America, that is the I think third or fourth most important thing, you know, outside of air, water, food, is getting to the money. You know?
Right.
And you gotta provide a way for what you believe and the way that you see things, right? It's great to have ideas, but if you don't have anything to back those ideas and turn them into fruition, you get discouraged.
Right, so true.
Right, and it leads to a way of thinking as if it's not possible and it's incapable, right? And it's something about even the pursuit of chasing them back. Cause sometimes you don't even have to have it all the way, right? But the pursuit of that bag and going to get it attracts a certain people, right? And it's a people who knows what it feels like to go get the bag, right? They recognize that in you because somewhere in them they remember, oh, I used to do that. That's how I used to grind. That's how, and they're able to take you under their wing and show you a different bag, right? And then when you can start to collect some different things, right? And that's how all of my knowledge and growth has come, whether it be, because everything isn't just monetary. Everything isn't just the immediate gratification bag, right? I've gotten a lot of jewels that's been given to me that has helped me a lot more than any lump sum that I've ever been given.
Right? True.
Right? And it's things that I live by that has shaped not only my life, but the life of people around me. Directly and indirectly, right? So I just want you to speak on the importance of that to you and how that, and all of y'all, you know, how that intertangles in your decision making and your why factor. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Like, man, I can touch on that for hours, but to make it short, like, I mean, I went through so many ups and downs, man. Like, ups and downs is, I think, part of everybody's life. It's just the way you take them, you know, like how you bounce back, you know. You have to have, like, really a strong mentality, you know, like, really, period, point blank, just to survive out here, let alone be creative at something and try to survive doing that. You know, you got to be strong-willed, you know, strong-willed to do that. You know, so, I mean, me being strong-willed, you know, like I did, man, like I went through a lot of times where I was so discouraged and almost threw it away. You know, just like, man, I can't do this anymore. You know, a lot of people don't believe in me. You know, like a lot of people aren't watching me or following me or not liking my pics. Just like stupid shit. Right. Me having the perception of what they already put on me. Me just taking that perception and thinking too deep about it, where I'm not even supposed to be thinking about that type of shit. I'm just supposed to be staying on my grind, trying to secure my bag, focus on what I'm doing, you know, staying tunnel vision. You gotta have straight tunnel vision in this bitch. Like, but that's all it comes from, like, my pops. You know, my pops is like a strong will. This nigga, like, everybody in my family knows my pops. This nigga will be blunt with you. He'll tell you how it is. And that's just how he raised us, to be tunnel vision. You know, you can't give a fuck about nobody out here because you ain't here by yourself. Like, look straight ahead, you know, like, whatever people say, it don't even fucking matter. So, I mean, I have to take all that into consideration when I get discouraged, you know. That's why I said, like, I'm an optimist. So, if I do have a negative thought that comes in my head, I try to get rid of it immediately, you know. Like, if it's a negative thought, like, damn, man, what's going on here? Like, I'm not going to dwell on that too long because I know that's just going to cause more stress, more discouragement, less, you know, less focus. So, like, now, like, I'm so strong-willed to not be discouraged about all those things that happen. So, I think, like he stated on that before, and he said that we speak things into existence. You know, that's, like, something that I strongly believe in because I've spoke so many things into existence. Like, the tongue is like words, you know, they're like swords, they're sharp, you know, you can speak something. Anything you say, like, you can say that and it'll cut somebody deep.
Words
you can feel it. Words have a lot of power. So, I mean, a lot of things that I say, you know, like, I make sure I say it with power. You know, like, I say it and I mean it.
Say it and you mean it.
Because
Say what you mean, do what you say.
That actually bleeds into a conversation that I have with him a lot, and it's about, you know, self-mastery. And we actually have this conversation about somebody close to us, and it's like, it's a certain point in development, you know, that that has been shown to all of us, where you are able to transcend the negative things into your life and interpret them in such a fashion that you give them gratitude and appreciation.
I like that.
Because it hardened you and shaped you in a way in which you would never have been if you didn't learn in the way that you learned. And if you truly believe that things happen for a reason and that you are blessed in such a way, then need not look at those things in that light, because it's all one and the same.
Yeah.
Now, if I can treat my what people call losses just as great, and I can speak about in the moment, you can only do but that.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be able to appreciate people for who they are and see them for who they are.
Yeah.
If you disagree, understand when you disagree and why you disagree, because they're not at a level in which you are able to appreciate. Appreciate your growth in that moment instead of portray your negative feelings of when you were at that person's moment. Just because you know you were at that moment don't mean you have to give light to it in that moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Which a lot of people do, man. They dwell on that moment, man.
Because it
People
reminds
live-
it of it so much. They
living
still
in the
live
past,
it.
Living in
man.
the past.
Like I live such in the future, man. Like I'm in the future now, man. Like far, that's how you gotta live. You gotta stay in the future.
You gotta have a vision.
Yeah, you
bro.
gotta have a vision.
You gotta have them goals.
Yep.
And you gotta just stay focused on the vision and goals, no matter what's around you. There's gonna be so many distractions and things that you could dwell on, but you can't give it that energy. The more you pay attention to, give it that energy. That's energy that you could be putting in yourself and your goals and your focus. That's why you gotta keep
People
that
just
attention.
don't have goals.
Right?
And that's a big issue for, I think.
But I think
I think
people
it's
do got goals, but they scared to achieve their goals.
A lot of
Like,
people
for real.
get distracted once they get to a different level. They
Yeah.
get distracted and they forget
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
about the times when they didn't have and they weren't on that level, right? We take for granted once we hit and we get stagnant at a certain position, we take for granted all of those things, whether it's in relationship to anything, whether it's your relationship to your significant other or relationship to the property that you have. You appreciate your phone less the more time you spent with it. You feel the need to upgrade it, or I need the next thing and this and that. It's just a certain innate thing that we have in our
Program,
nature,
right?
in our program, that time has lessened value, which is why I live the way that I live. It's important for me to be able to say at the end of my life, I was married to my wife for 70 years. Because time and being able to be consistent is actually the most valuable thing. Gold has always been here. Anything that is natural, all these natural resources,
Has always been here.
and that's why we value it so much, because it's consistent. That's actually what we will value. It's not the things that are fast and fleeting and the things that we can show in the moment. It's the longevity of things,
The
right?
consistency.
Exactly.
That's real.
But with that being said, I do want to get into a song that you've created called Secure the Bag.
Okay, for sure. That's what's up, y'all.
Like, we definitely all need that in our life.
Oh, man.
Just say he wanna be you, say he will.
Is this off a project you got coming up, or just a?
Yes, actually, this is just gonna be put out as a single. I have an album I'm working on right now that'll be released probably next year this time. But like
Trapping off this mobile flex, this logo, no conspiring. White girls up in no hole, sniffing cocoa, blowing palm trees. Pick them, then we poke them up in no hole. Don't look no hole, that's the no so three the third all on the low low. His eyes always watching, and ears ear dropping. Besides, guys blocking, all these niggas do is talking. See if we ain't talking profit, I can't talk to ya. Let's not drop the time.
Boom, 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 boom. Bombs, 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 bombs.
So, person shot your video, part of your team, all that. Like,
yeah, everybody's
producer.
Yeah, producers, everything.
He made the beat.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Actually, R.I.P. to my boy who made the beat, Fat Finger, man. He made the beat, but yeah,
Rest in
he
peace.
passed away last year. But yeah,
Now
it's cool.
see, the things that I take away, the things that excite me is when I hear you talk about alkaline water, right?
Yeah.
And then you talk about the God in you, right? Because is it
Oh,
cool?
man.
We gotta secure the bag.
Yeah, you
Most
gotta throw them
definitely,
subliminals in there for
Gotta
people to
throw
hear
the
them for the
bag,
real one, yeah.
But the gems is
That's all part of the
Einstein had the keys for you.
You heard that, man. A lot of
Almost
people be like, what are
definitely.
you spelling out? Man, I've heard people ask me like, man, I couldn't even catch what you were
Oh,
spelling
no,
out
most
until I saw the
definitely.
video and you were put those things in it, and then I was like, oh, I
See,
think it took you all the way
yeah.
to
Mathematics is important.
Yeah.
Math is
right.
everything.
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 Science.
Numbers,
Numbers is
science.
everything.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And understanding that you were made in His image and that He is in you.
Right.
So there is too a God within you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And how do you reach that? Water.
Yeah.
3/4, especially alkaline, having minerals and properties that balance you out. Drink water, people.
Always,
Water.
man.
Always.
I keep a 5-gallon on deck, man.
Hey.
Right.
So,
But
Man.
a dope ass song, bro.
Thank you,
Most
bro. I
definitely.
appreciate that, bro.
The
Appreciate
vision of the
That's what's
video, was it more so your type vision or?
Yeah, fam. Like, I shot the whole. I did the whole video prep. You know, me and my team, like, we get together like in a group chat, and then like everybody throws out their ideas and everything. But like, I told them where I wanted to shoot the video, like how I wanted to shoot it. So then, like, my videographer, she just went out there with me. She shot the video, and she sent me all the footage, and then I just put it on my laptop. I edited all my videos. You know.
You edited it?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Thanks, man.
Shout out to Comical Relief with the dolls with the respect for the wifey. I like that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that shit
Thank
is
you.
funny.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Not to
You
use
know,
no
for real.
we didn't have to use no real
Yeah.
fake no butt nigga hoes in the video.
For
But
real.
those
Just
dolls in
being
it,
yourself, bro.
it made that see like I laughed. That shit was hard. I like
That's
that
what's
whole
up,
little
bro. I
scene.
appreciate that, Joe.
Yeah, that's what my favorite.
Make sure you go check that out. That is Commerce Secure the Bag. It is out on YouTube right now. Go check it out. Everybody on the way. Please
Everywhere.
leave
All
a
the
comment, leave a
platforms?
wave, leave a
Yeah, I'm on
splash,
all,
whatever you
all
want.
platforms. Yep.
On
Gotta put you
everything.
on my Spotify list, big
Yeah, man,
dog.
that's what's up, man.
Most definitely. You better add that.
Yeah, that's what's
You
up.
know?
Yeah, that
And
is
then,
what's up.
you know, just to get into, you know, what we do here and what we've been doing here, man, you know, just being ourselves, being us. And, you know,
Good vibes.
Staying true to
Exactly.
the game.
Mhm.
good vibes, bro. Just chilling out and embracing every opportunity in front of us.
Yeah.
No matter the perception of everything on the outside,
Mhm.
you know, and what some people may say or how things may be. Just being able to operate in your own space in your own frequency. You get what I'm saying? And that's such a big thing, you know. So that's a little bit of what I want to talk about. And shout out to the Bud, man. And shout out to Cookies for this GP. This Gary Payton is hitting on 10. And
Bro,
we
definitely
got
some
some
Cali
white wine.
gas fucking Vegas right now. nigga.
But it's all a part of the vibe, man. I just want you to talk about, you know, some of the things you like to do to kick back and you like to chill, you know, when you home. Because it's cool to be, you know, on stage and being in, you know, the pursuit of everywhere we're trying to go and what we're trying to be. Because that's actually why you're here. You feel me? You had a show, you had some meetings, you know, set aside to come into town, and then you were able to do this as well. And it's all about connecting and making that work. But
Networking,
you know,
right.
how do you let off that steam and you know you relax and you kick back?
Oh yeah, man. Just chill, man. Honestly, nigga, it's kicking back to me right now, man.
Yeah.
Shit, like, for real,
Shit
like,
still
man.
full set.
Honestly, man, for real, like, I mean, that's really what I be doing at the crib, you know, watching probably like something, or like just on the computer, smoking, chilling, or like, man, just like, it feel like y'all, we family right now. So, you know, I be kicking in with my cousins or my bro or something, you know, like, we be chilling.
What
Just
y'all be
doing
watching? Did you watch that Jeezy and Gucci?
Man, I did, man. I was on my way to Vegas, like
Okay.
watching it on my phone. I'm like, oh man, this shit is crazy. That shit was crazy.
What's your favorite? Like you a sports guy? You movies? Like you?
I'm like all of the above, really, man. I
Okay.
like that one, really in everything, you know. Like I like everything, but majority, I like sports. You know, Lakers fan, of course. You know, diehard Lakers fan.
Oh, big
like,
chip in the
Nah,
house.
for
Big
real though,
Chip,
man. They
Big
trying to
Chip.
give,
Hey.
they trying to give us our parade, man. We
Oh,
like,
that's
we
gonna
need
be
that.
lit.
Down,
Man, on everything.
Who you listening to other than yourself right now? Like, who your favorite artist?
Shit, man, I don't really listen. I mean, I listen to really what's on ever on. You know, I put on like if I'm at the crib, I'm just gonna put on like new videos. Honestly, just to get new ideas. You know, because I like looking at all new artists because there's a new artist every day, and you can learn from that artist. You know,
I like
it's
that
not
you say that. I like
yeah,
that you
it's
say
not
that.
like
Most
hating or
artists
biting or
say
nothing,
that.
yeah. But it's just like man, like
perspective.
yeah, it's just your
You learn.
perspective. Exactly. I'm learning like what's the new wave. You know, like, what's going on right here. You know, why why did he do it that way? You know,
Always
like why is
gotta
that
be
so
in
appealing?
information.
You know, to this amount of, you know, this genre, or you know, like, why does he just pop up in the algorithm? So you know, I always just want to see who new is out there. But if it's not like him, I'm listening to oldies, man. For real, like I like the oldies, man. Like for real, like real classic shit, man. People like think shit that I listen to, people won't even think of, like Amy Winehouse. Like man, I fuck with her a lot. That's one of my favorite artists. You know, like Bob Marley, of course. You know, just listening to some like good vibe music.
Bob, shout out to Bob. He right here on the table with us. You know,
But
the
I like-
lion.
Right? I like, is one new artist I do like, though. I fuck with NLE Chopper, though. He's pretty
I
dope.
do too.
fuck
I
with
like
him.
his transition
We got
too.
out the car.
Right?
Right before we got in the car,
Crazy.
we and him was just saying how much
Right.
we like him.
Yeah,
I like
right,
his
that's what's up.
transition too, though.
Yeah.
You really follow and paying attention
Yeah,
to what his
exactly.
movement is
Yeah,
now,
his movement
based
is
on what
dope.
his music is. And
But I do like that new album he got too.
Yeah, that shit is dope,
that shit
man,
dope.
for real.
The way he put it in there.
so you a comedy kind of guy? You a horror? What kind of movies you be watching? You a old school like hood classics? Like what
Oh
you
man,
be doing?
you can always put on a hood classic, man. Like
Okay.
any time of the
Great
day, you
hood
know, for real.
classic
Like,
movie.
oh, I didn't think I watched the
Top
hood
three.
classic.
Top three.
Top three?
Top three right now.
No, top three. Goodfellas.
Oh
Like,
no, okay. You said we said hood.
Oh, hood
but
classic.
that's a classic.
Oh,
that's
Menace
a
to
classic.
Society is definitely, man, my top
Okay.
one. Like, man, Menace to Society is, oh man, like I can watch that movie right now and they can watch the whole thing.
Okay.
For real. Hood classics, Menace, of course. Dang, like what do we consider
I'ma go
hood
for
classics?
both of y'all.
Like Five Heartbeats, is that like
Yeah,
a hood classic?
that's a hood
okay,
classic,
nigga, that's
for
top
sure.
three, definitely.
Okay.
All right, Menace, Five Heartbeats. Nigga, oh damn, shit, man, it's so many. Damn, nigga. I don't-
last one.
I'm gonna go before y'all, so y'all steal mine.
man. The thing that popped into my head is like Harlem Nights, man.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
That's
My three hood classics: The Wood,
Oh shit, nigga, I forgot about the wood. That's a
The Wood, Love and Basketball,
Ah, that's definitely a hella classic.
and if I had to do my third, I would go. I don't want to say two because y'all that'll take up one of y'all's. Friday.
Okay.
Oh shit, yeah,
Alright.
that's all classics, man,
Nah,
for real.
Here you go. I got Don't Be a Menace.
Oh man, yeah, I saw
That's
that
my
too. Yeah,
favorite
that's
movie.
definitely.
Low Key, Blue Hill Avenue.
Blue Hill
just
was-
blew.
That's
He
my
just blew.
shit. And then number three gotta be He Got Game, bro.
Ooh.
Damn, nigga, that's a good one. Wow.
Okay,
That's a
okay.
good one.
So-
Man, that's a
So
classic.
just
right
from
there.
my movie knowledge, all my choices was taken up. So I'm gonna just throw three great hood movies out there: Coach Carter,
Oh shit, okay.
Cruz, Timo Cruz, been pulling up from half court
Oh, yeah,
way
man,
before
you can
Steph
always watch
Curry.
Coach Carter, man, for real. That's a
Coach
classic
Carter.
right there.
Ooh, Boys in the Hood,
Oh, yeah, of course, man, of course.
Boys in the Hood. I want to go for. I got so many.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'm
right,
gonna
I
throw my
like
honorable
that.
mention out there. Shout out Sunset Park.
Oh man, Sunset Park.
That's my.
I ain't seen that movie, so I be trying to look it up on
Sunset
something.
Park. What time is it? It's time to get live. It's time to represent. Hey, that's my shit,
Damn,
boy.
that's crazy.
Lizzie
One thing
B.
of
Shout
one
out
that
to
y'all
Yeah,
Lizzie
we used to
Say
watch
it.
that before we went to go hoop, man.
Man.
Boys in the Hood, Coach Carter. He said Blue Hill Avenue. That was my trick bag right there.
That movie tough, bro.
That was the trick
I'm not
bag.
recording.
I ain't even think, ain't nobody had
I
that.
know I had it.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't even, I don't even, I want to say a good
Jason
one
Lee
that
said.
nobody said.
You got a lot, bro.
I know I know something to say, but they just too blank, too plain.
Too playing
For real?
Boys in the Hood, Coach Carter.
above the rim.
Man, Crooklyn, they used to be my stuff.
Nigga, I used to watch Crooklyn so many times. Oh my
Man,
god.
Brooklyn was good.
Juice.
Damn, shut your ass up.
You,
Damn.
Man, New Jack City, boy.
man.
Cuss this bitch.
Sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. And my brothers keep up.
Nigga, Coming to America?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a classic right there.
Shit, that's it. I think it's
Fuck, I keep jumping.
Nigga, I can remember in the joint when he clipped Samuel Jackson, nigga, Arsenio Hall come over the set, freeze you disease,
Oh, yeah, he said
rhinoceros
freeze you.
pistol.
Yeah.
That shit was funny as shit.
That is
Who the
gut.
fuck is this asshole?
Oh,
Nigga,
before
Coming
the
to
classic.
America definitely probably my last one.
It's too many, man.
Hey, that's funny.
It's definitely too many movies.
Yeah, man, that's way too many. Oh my goodness.
But yeah,
It is, bro.
that allows me to get into the next single though, you know, cause it's all about chilling and catching a vibe. You know, sometimes you ain't gotta be in the hustle and bustle of securing the bag. Once you secure the bag, it allows yourself to chill and vibe, and that's what we about to get into. Yes, sir. Gotta be able to enjoy it.
Right? You got to. Hey, hey, can you show them the video?
Yeah.
Call the homegirls up and tell them come and chill and vibe.
Boom, 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 pew, 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 pew. There it go, man.
Hey, was it a dream?
Yeah, that song is more like, it was more strictly for the visual, because it was just like, all right, like in September, like me and my team, we were like just at my brother's house, and then I had this song, my producer sent me the beat, and I made the song. I just heard it was before Halloween, so I was like, man, we should throw a Halloween. I had wrote the song to him, and they had a whole nother visual to a song I should do a video to, the next one. So I was like, nah, you guys, I got this song called Chillin' Vibe. I should do a video to this one. And they were like, let's hear it. So then I rapped it to everyone, and they were like, oh my goodness, we can do this. Everybody was just thinking off the top, they heard the song and they're like, man, that's a dope visual. They're like, man, we can do it like this and do a house party and have so I was like, okay, we've mapped out the video. And it was more of the visual, just a Halloween party of me waking up, like a dream type thing. I fell asleep, I smoked some things, I fell asleep, and I woke up and all these random people were in my house. I'm like, damn, I woke up all alone, the randoms in my home. It's like I wake up and all these random people are in my house, so then I wake up and then my girl comes and wakes me up. And she's like, Commerce, wake up, and she's like, I'm like, what the hell? And she's like, I'm like, she's like, there's people downstairs type shit. I was like, oh, it's a dream. So it was just more of a Halloween party dream type, type feel for that. For real.
One thing I think is,
that's what's up. Yeah, thank you, man.
I like both videos.
I like videos like that.
Thank you. I appreciate that, you guys.
one thing I think is dope. Well, not just one thing. I think it's dope. One, that you don't sound like anybody else. You have an original sound to you, and that is very unique.
That's what's up, fam.
Today, you feel me? That's very
I appreciate that.
And I love the way that you're able to add your style, your flavor, and your direction in the videos, and with the way it cuts up and breaks down, and then also in the song, and then to be able to flip your pattern, your cadence, and play with it a little bit, and then get back and ride the beat. You feel me?
You can hear that.
Almost definitely. I appreciate it. That's what the music is.
Yeah, that's dope.
But just even listening to it, you can eat
Even the lighting was going to be.
Cause I
Everything really went together. The beat,
but the music
the
actually
music,
goes
yeah.
with the visual,
yeah,
the sound of your voice and the way that you are carrying yourself on the song and the beat itself.
Yeah.
It's for the visual. That shit's dope.
Thank you,
Yeah,
fam.
Most definitely, bro.
That's really dope.
it's like, it's not to compare you to him, but I feel like your videos could be like some 6ix9ine type shit. You know how
It's real colorful type shit.
the shit, I enjoy watching the shit, sit there watching the video, nigga, not saying you can, that nigga.
No, but you enjoy it. It's appealing.
That's why I feel like
his
yeah.
shit,
See, I can appreciate what he's saying because it's the same feeling I get from. Because I don't want to compare your video to it. It's the same feeling though that I get from watching the baby's videos.
Oh,
it's refreshing in a
that's
sense.
a good compliment, honestly.
It's refreshing in the sense that it gives a nod to the old in a professional way and in a smart and intelligent way to where you are from the culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then put your own twist on it and your own get down on it, you know?
That's
And
what's
it's
up.
like being able to bridge the gap between and still pay homage and then to be like, oh shit, this is something that would have come in a time where I really love shit like this. You know?
Definitely glad I ain't just see a bunch of niggas jumping around with the choppers on.
Right? Oh yeah, nah, man, you ain't gonna see that shit, man.
Yeah.
Unless we filming a real movie type shit, they're like.
But everybody was doing
Everybody,
it.
Right, yeah, that's what
Even
everybody-
if the song ain't got
It
nothing
was
to
a
do with.
wave.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
The song ain't got had nothing to do with shooting a nigga or nothing.
Right,
Nigga,
has nothing to
But
do.
you gonna see him, you gonna see him
For
dancing
real.
in the background. It's just so comforting to have.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
in
so
the
confident.
video.
You see the joint where he said how cameramen shoot the drill
Yeah.
videos and
He
he's sitting
saw
there,
with the gun.
he got the camera and the chopper taped to the top of the camera.
It's wild.
One of y'all niggas slip up, it's a rap for everybody, cause this
Right.
motherfucker shoot everything as I go down.
Like safety off.
As soon as y'all hit me, it's real.
This is real.
Time is
For real.
444. Serendipitous. Yeah, I'm already knowing.
Oh, man.
Brother, I
That
appreciate
is
you,
amazing.
Commerce, bro.
444.
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
Just
the
perfect
synchronicity,
time.
man, in
Yes,
that.
sir.
You feel me? So that's meant
That
to
was
be.
all
Definitely appreciate
I
you coming
appreciate
Yeah, I appreciate you guys
coming
as
through,
well,
man.
man. Every day.
Please have a safe trip on the way
Hey,
back.
likewise, man.
How
man,
long you in
appreciate
town,
y'all.
you said?
I'm in town till tomorrow, you know, but I
Okay.
will have a safe trip. No, Cali's just a hop, skip, and jump.
And
Right.
before we get out of here, I just want to say thank you again, bro, for coming down.
Yeah,
you
thank you for
trusting
having
in
me,
us,
fam,
bro,
yeah.
and allowing yourself to be in the space. You know, come
Yeah.
vibe with us and not, you know, have any reservations or whatever, and be a real cool, down to earth brother. But we appreciate
Right,
you
we
for
definitely
stopping by.
appreciate it.
Please allow the people to know where they can follow you, where they can check you out, what's coming down the line, and how can we tap in and support Commerce, because it's cool to hear you and listen to your story, but if we really going to elevate our people and we really going to believe in our people, we have to be willing to support them. You feel what I'm saying?
True.
So please allow the people to know how they can support you in a fashion that allow you to do what you do easier and more free.
Like, by supporting me truly, all you gotta do is follow me on Instagram at IAM Commerce, COMMERCE. Like I tap in with my fans, with everybody, you know, like on a daily basis. I'm not the type of person that's gonna leave you on red or something. Like if you're about networking, I'm gonna network with you, you know. Like most artists, they don't like, I mean, especially from Cali, it's such a big competition out there, you know. Like most people don't wanna fuck with you unless you're in a certain circle. You know, like if you're not in a circle out there, or a motherfucker don't know you, like he don't know you, you know, then I'm not gonna fuck with you. That's just how it is out there, which is ridiculous, but I'm trying to change that cycle, really, you know, because I'm connected to everybody in Cali. I got cousins that's Crips, I got cousins that's Bloods, that's from
Right.
every single hood out there. I got cousins that's Hoovers, everything. So, you know, me personally, I'm not a gangbanger, but I'm so connected to the gang network out there. I'm like, man, maybe I can just bring everybody together, kind of how Nipsey was trying to do, you know, like type shit like that, you know, level all the animosity out there, you know, that's all I'm trying to do. So basically, you know, like everybody can tap in with me, you know, you can find me on Instagram, I am Commerce, that's the best way to contact me. And that's the best way you can support, you know, just keep watching, you know, keep watching.
Most definitely. Please go check out again. Secure the Bag that's available on YouTube. Please go check out Chill and Vibe. Please. And you know how we do it. It's We The Wave Radio. We checking out this bitch, coming back on another station and another time on another wave. You dig?
Yeah.
We love y'all, man. Keep going, bro.
Hey. What's up, y'all?
Love, bro.
Yeah,
Love.
love. Yeah, that shit was.
Back to back, I feel like the best two joints we did.
Yeah,
How
back
many
to
we
back.
did so far?
That's what's up.
I stopped counting, bro. We in the 30s and stuff. We're coming up on a year. We're coming up on a year in December.
Hard.
We're gonna be by the time is up, we're gonna average about an episode a week, 52 episodes in a year.
That's good, fam. That's what's
Yeah,
up,
it
man. You guys got good energy, man. I love it. Good questions, man. Everything was gonna be one.
Man, appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you just being open
Right.
and willing to, you know, share your
Definitely.
story and, you know, vibe.
Being able to have and to